Hey everyone, welcome to this week's live stream. My name is Naz from Flourish on Purpose with Naz.com. Alright, let's talk about this topic. Gosh, I'm looking at my notes just so I can stay on track. It's a bit of a mouthful to talk about this, but I think it's really important, especially if you are looking into hiring a coach yourself, or if you've had some coaches and you're like, well, I haven't had a breakthrough, what's going on? Okay, so this really did prompt me to put this forward, and I did have some conversations with fellow coaches who had the same or similar issue, and at the time when they mentioned it, this was a few months ago, I couldn't figure out one of the points, and I thought, until I don't figure it all out, I'm not going to share this on a live stream, because again, it's controversial. Hey Hippie, hope you're well. It's been a while. We need to catch up, girl. Okay, so what happens if you haven't had a breakthrough? Okay, I'm going to cover 3 key areas, right? And see where you are, right? Or see where, well, if you ever do want a coach, make sure, you've checked all these 3 areas, okay? Otherwise, you might not get a breakthrough. Okay, and I'm not saying just one, you are entitled to several breakthroughs if you allow yourself, which is one of the points. I'm not going to go into it yet. Okay, let me just switch this thing off. It's just distracting me. Okay, number 1, okay? You need a coach that has strategies that are tested, okay? So almost, if you like, scientifically proven, right? So I've been coaching women and men initially, and then I transitioned to women in 2017, and then what was I saying? Right, I transitioned into women coaching, and I realized that yes, I was coaching them on making the shift, the mindset, which a lot of it is in the Goal Crusher routine. If you haven't got that routine, put Goal Crusher and I'll give you the link to it. But I couldn't get into them. I could not get into their mind. Like, I didn't know how to do it, and I knew that if I really want to make a shift, because at the time when I was speaking to a lot of the ladies that I was working with in the affiliate marketing business, they just couldn't be consistent with the Goal Crusher routine, right? And I'm like, these women need something that would allow me to just literally just get into their heads and just give them a break start, right? Just start them off, and then they could just carry on, right? And that's when I came across NLP and timeline therapy. So you need strategies in place. Now, at the same time, which leads on to the second part, is that if the coach has not got over their own stuff, their own emotional baggage, they won't be able to give the client all the breakthroughs that they need. The coach, or at least the client, can only go through the breakthroughs as far as the coach has gone, right? At some point, they're going to get stuck if the coach hasn't also resolved their own stuff. Okay, this is not even something we do intentionally. This is projection. This is projection. It's unconscious stuff. Okay, you are passing on limiting beliefs, okay, to the client without even realizing. This is why a coach needs a coach too, okay, to keep themselves on check. Okay, my own experience, and I like to be really raw with you guys and keeping it real, okay? In December last year, I was speaking to my mentor at the time, and I said to her, okay, I've got this client who, she's got this thing going on, and I can't figure out how I'm going to help her, okay? What do you think I should do? And obviously I kept confidentiality of the client, and I just told her the situation. Okay, this is a big one here, you guys. I want you to be open to this. Okay, she said to me, okay, have you overcome that part? Have you overcome that part? And I thought, I might not have. Okay, and luckily at that point, the client, I got the coaching that I needed, and I was able to help that client break through from that specific part in their life. Okay, it was a personal thing, right? Which I had to let go of, because I do life coaching starts first, and then we move into business coaching, because you are the business, right? If you haven't got the self-confidence yet, you won't be able to do the things you want to do in your business, like doing a live video, prospecting strangers. You've got to have posture, right? I'll answer your question in a minute, Aisha, too. Great question. So I had to then hire my mentor as a coach to give me that breakthrough that I needed, right? To then give that breakthrough to the client. So it works amazingly, right? This was all unconscious. I was not doing it on purpose because I wanted the best for the client. But inside of me, the stuff that I had to deal with had to be dealt with first, because I can only take the client as far as I have gone. Okay? So that must be a huge one. It's not just the strategies, because I've seen a lot of coaches that just keep on buying courses and keep on doing strategies and keep on saying this one works better than this one and this one. And it doesn't matter. You've got to have your own stuff sorted, right? There's got to be none of these emotional barriers for you or any limiting beliefs for yourself as a coach, for me. And if you do have them at some level, at whatever level, they have to be dealt with. You've got to have a coach yourself. So sometimes it might be best to ask your coach, do you have a coach that's going to help you overcome your stuff? At least once a month they need a coaching session. I know the school, I think it's a school institution that I've learned NLP, timeline therapy with, we need to do at least one session a month with a coach, minimal. More the better, but minimal, to get rid of your own stuff. We're onions, right? There's stuff that comes up. Every time you grow in your business or you do something uncomfortable, you need to get ready for it on an unconscious level, right? There has to be some skills learned. There has to be some uncomfortableness that you have to go through to get that thing that you want, and it interrupts the patterns that we've been used to, right? If you go to the gym suddenly and you just go full on 5 days a week and you're working an hour a day, your body and your mind is going to be like, what the hell is she doing, right? And it's going to get uncomfortable, and other parts of your life might be compromised, right? Because you've made that new shift, you're doing something new. So you've got to keep on working on yourself, right? And a coach will just make that part of your journey easier for you to step into. You might do 30 minutes 3 times a week to start with and slowly increase it, right? So your mind's not going to be like, what's she doing? So that's number 2. Number 3, a big one, because if the client is not still having breakthroughs, so yes, a breakthrough is when you are you've released something and you felt like you've either got more self-awareness, there's something happened in terms of an emotional breakthrough, awareness has happened, a light bulb moment, right? Something like that, but way bigger than just a light bulb moment. You can know how to do this, or you unanswered questions I've just given you answers. It could be anything. It's literally a breakthrough. Sorry, I can't even explain it, can I? Emotional breakthrough is when you release, essentially it's when you release negative emotions from your body that are veiling you from living the life that you truly want, that are stopping you from living the life that you want. So if you've gone and done something, right, that's a breakthrough. Something you've never ever been able to do before, that's a breakthrough. Okay, so the client, if the client is not yet if the client is still guarded, right, in Tony Robbins' words, if the client is still in their head, they won't get the breakthrough. They hold it on to something they need to release. Okay, so this is where, again, the coach has to be very, very flexible in their communication and adapt to the client. Okay, right now I'm working with 7 clients from Welcome My Dairy, including group coaching, and I have to be different with every client. Different. If I push way more, it's not going to be healthy for them, and some need pushing. Okay, so I have to be flexible enough to help my client open up their God, because it isn't easy sometimes. For some people it isn't easy based on their life experience, if around people, if they have had trouble trusting people and now they have to trust me to get into their mind, to help them break through, help them get rid of the negative emotions. I have to be more flexible in my communication. So this was exactly what happened with one of the clients. I was like, she's so guarded, how can I get her out? And I thought, it's me that needs to sort this out. It's not the client. I have to be flexible. So this is when I got the coaching from my mentor and said, get me to be more flexible, and I had to be more flexible by getting rid of my stuff around this similar thing. So if the client is still in their head, if you've watched Tony Robbins' Netflix movie I Am Not Your Guru, he mentions this in one of his days, I think it's day 4, in the event that he promotes, that if you're still in your head, you're dead. Okay, so if you're still not believing that you can have a breakthrough, if you think this is not going to work, if you think that, okay, I want to hold on to my stuff because it makes me feel, it gives me an identity, or it justifies all this, I don't want to hold on to this stuff, then it won't be released no matter what happens. But again, the coach must must be more flexible in their communication, take small steps if needed. Okay, there's one client specific that I take really small steps with. And again, other clients, I jump with them because they want that. They're ready for it. So if you're in your head, you won't get a breakthrough. You've got to want to release the stuff that's stopping you or holding you back. The want has to be there. The desire has to be there. And that is something I do tell a lot of clients beforehand. And then it's my job to guide them through and be more flexible. Okay? So you guys, I hope this works or helps you on just getting more awareness when you do go into coaching or finding a coach for yourselves, is to be aware that if you're not getting breakthroughs that you want, it's one of the 3 reasons possible here, as far as I know, that I've found. If you've got more reasons, then definitely share them. I would love to hear. And I will catch you at the next video. If you found this useful, share it. And I will wait for any comments here on replay.